Hey there, creative crew. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa with the Weenie Umbrella brand, and here on this channel, I tell you all the tips and tricks that I am trying to figure out, that I am trying to do to get this business going. The mindset, I know my podcast is the mindset. So check out the podcast here. That's the mindset behind Weenie Umbrella Publishing. YouTube channel is the tricks, the tips that I'm using, and the products to help my business going. You see what I'm saying? So, Okay, so today's video, I did make notes because I am trying to be more, until I can be more focused and stop going around the different, going off the topic. I gotta take notes. So today's video is about, why did I just clap? I don't know. Let's revert this back. So today's video is about Black History Month in the now. So now, right now, because I was going to say something else, but Black History Month in the right now. And I put Black History Month in the right now because I'm going to go off my notes because I was going to talk about some more stuff and I had to catch myself. Being in Black History Month in the now, for me, last year with my business and my social media, I posted the history of others. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of deep history when it comes to writing about the Black history, and when it comes to filmmaking, when it comes to script writing, when it comes to how it established, the culture as it is today. Even the modern day authors and philanthropists and activists, I learned a lot. Even though being African American, even though you learn so much in school, it's so much that is not being taught. So I really self-taught myself and learned a lot. Oh, and the ballerina necklace. So I want to say this: Black history is in the right now. And what I mean by that is the way we live, the way we, how am I put this? The way I live, the way I talk, how I carry myself, how my interaction with other people, and as the years go by, the legacy I live, or even not even just the years, the story I leave behind is that legacy of my history. So of my Black history and of the history itself. So by that, I want to talk about Black history, not in just the past, but in the now. You see what I'm saying? So the first things first, learning your history. And for me, being in the publishing industry, I literally had to learn. It's not the do's and don'ts of publishing because it's all up to you. It's not all that. It was more about the history of the first African American write all these novels, the poems, and this, and that, and not just the Harlem Renaissance. Not throwing shade on them like that, but I learned I learned so much that it showed me, I'm gonna look at my notes because the history of that made me feel so much proud to say, okay, they made their mark writing this piece. They I should have wrote her name down. It's this lady, she wrote a poem. I'm so sorry that I did not remember her name right off the top of my head. But she wrote a poem, and that poem went through decades. It's a decades, but that Pacific Black lady, she's known for her poem. She may have done so much else, but she's known from that poem because it's a written format. Now you have digitalized things, yes, but this written format went through generations to generation and it's been revised by different people, different races, different everything, but that it's not Maya Angelou. It's a lady, 1600s. Gosh, what is her name? It was I want to say Barfight. It was something. But it went through decades and centuries of revisions because of her, and her name because of that. So when it came to being an author and self-publishing, speaking of Ballerina Necklace, my book, you me pushing it out there, you will know something in the legacy that I leave, or live, because we're living legacy. You will know that by something I'm leaving. And also, like, behind the scenes, I do, like, personally, I do different, I do different things. I don't publicize. Ugh, can't talk. I don't make it public, but I do help. I do help a lot of different things. So I am truly trying to live in the Black history moment of the now. Now, remind you, Black history is 365, 24/7. Everything that you see, not even if they are not even Black, they use the Black culture to say that's a deeper conversation, but to push forth a different agenda to the Black audience. But still, Black history is in the now. And I broke it down. I should have got a little closer so I can hold this up here and just do that, but it is what it is. So, live today. I wish I could show it to you, but I wrote it in chicken scratch. Well, it ain't chicken scratch, my handwriting, so it's gonna be cute. Live today as if you're living in the history for tomorrow, because technically you're already doing it. I'm not gonna lie. You wake up. Let's give a good 9 to 5. You wake up. You go to work. But you get dressed. But in how you drive to work, you could cut someone off. How you drive when you meet the person at your work, the security guard, or if not, hey, how you doing? Or you just look and keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Keep it going. Or you go to work, half do your job. I don't want to be. A lot of times, I don't want to be at work. But a lot of people are like that. Even the boss is like, I don't want to be here today, but I am here today, so I'm gonna give half-ass work. No. And I'm not saying life is peach and king, roses and red. It's not like that. But it's also in how you, I don't want to say manipulate your mind frame to, I wake up in the morning, I get dressed, I say something nice to myself, I put on, I get up early enough so I'm on time instead of having to drive crazy and cut people off. And then I turn around and I greet people. If you don't speak, that's on you. But I knew what I did. You know what I mean? Hey, how you doing this morning? Or good morning. Good morning is 2 words. You can say it. They don't say nothing back. Okay. Good morning, and keep it going. I worked at a job where I said good morning to, I know, for 2 years, but when I left there, it was like, yeah, you see what I'm saying? It was some said it, some didn't. You know what I mean? But I left an impression on my character. I didn't do that for them. I did that for me. I spoke this morning. If you didn't, that's on you, boo. But I could say if you nasty or something like that, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But you understand what I'm saying. So the character, okay, you get to work. I'm going to do my best. I'm not saying I'm going to overdo it. If I just really don't feel like it. But I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to do your job, but I'm going to do the best in my job. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I just gave you that outline as a legacy of how you're living your life. Because when you get, and we didn't do like casuals or something like that when you go out activities and nothing like that. But I'm saying, you get the logistics. When you get to a certain age or stage, or even right now in your life, you're going to say, how did I live? Am I living that history? Am I what history am I living? Because everyone has a story. Everyone, even a child, has a story in the type of life or the dailies or something like that. It's how you project yourself, and is it positive or negative? Because that's your history. When we learn history of the Black African Americans of the past, even the history of your grandmother, your father, your mother, your aunts, your great-grandfather, great-grandmother, when you learn those histories, you're going to learn the good and you're going to learn the bad. But if there's a triumph in doing good and pushing forward, and now you got this whole thing working for you, you know what I mean? No matter how small or big it is, guess what? You learned something from that person. Let someone learn something from you. You see what I'm saying? Even if it's not verbally, it's by your actions. You see what I'm saying? So personally, I try to, when it comes to my business and stuff, live by my actions. Sometimes, and even in my podcast, I'll be like, I'm tired. I need a balance. I need this. I'm gonna try to do this. I do all that, but I get up and do it. And if I don't feel like I'm not gonna do it, I don't do it. But I let with that intention is in, I ain't doing this today. This isn't it. No, I'm just not gonna do it. I'll pick it up when I can, and let me. I'm trying to say it, but I can't say it. Let me put something back into me. You know what I mean? So the whole thing of this is Black history. It's the history of you and how you showcase yourself. Because everyone's different. You know what I mean? And I don't want to go off topic, but it seems like I'm going off topic. So let me make sure I stay on topic. So we went through learning your history and also live today as if it's leaving the history for tomorrow. Also, we're going to learn about action. Well, let me say that differently. Also, I'm going to tell you about the action in being Black. I got to redo this whole thing because it's literally like I'm not going to do that. Okay, being Black history in the now is with action. And I did speak on it. It's about your time that you use. Volunteer. Give a word of wisdom. Even if you don't literally go out there and sign up as a volunteer sheet, you can be like, you know what I mean? Brother come in. I said brother, but a person coming in, you know what I mean? You give them a word of wisdom. You know what I mean? You give them some, leave with something. Like that Denzel Washington quote. I did all this. I'm going to leave here with something. You see what I'm saying? Not just picking up something, but leave here with something and give that knowledge back. You have to learn to give back. And I give a lot of my time. Even if you financially can't give back, give your time. 30 minutes of your time, 10 minutes of your time, something of your time. And if you really don't have the time, financially give back. Make sure you put that on your taxes. You see what I'm saying? And if you can't do all that, put it on your taxes, not like that. Give it genuinely. You see what I'm saying? And then just wholeheartedly keep it moving. If you I'm not going to get in that. Give genuinely and just keep it moving. You know what I mean? $1 or $2. That's a gift. Because somebody, I be trying to watch myself. History is I'm going to learn, I'm going to read what I wrote. Because I'm trying to stay on topic. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to say, because I'm not going to do that. History is about learning the things, great and not so great, that happened in the past. Learning how to educate yourself in how and not to do things. And how to do things and not to do things. That's the education, because the more skills you learn within yourself and how you project yourself and what you do out there in the world is a part of your history as well. Because you remember how someone treated you. You remember how someone acted towards you. I understand that on this platform, I could talk about the topic is being Black history in the now. I can talk about the injustice of the system. I can talk about police brutality. I can talk about the government. I can talk about all that. But right now, I want to talk about the person here. I want to talk about the tips and tricks that I use to help me being in my Black history in the now, being in my walking history. And as a walking history, I have to be mindful in how, and I'm not saying drive yourself crazy about the itty bitty things, but just be mindful and be intentional in how you spend your money and how you do things. Support Black owned. You can support Black owned, but you can support anyone you want to support. Because if you look in history, African Americans, Blacks, however you want to say it, this is how I'm saying it. So, they have shaped all races. All races. So, in terms of that, you can do what you can, but intentionally do it to make it positively reflect you. You see what I'm saying? Positively. I'm not saying, I don't know, you could twist how you want to, I'm leaving it at that. But in your daily actions, to leave the legacy of your life story, and to push for a change for a better, because it can be big and it can be small that can affect the next person. So being black in history in the now is not just about pulling, like, you can pull into yourself, but also be intentional with others. And I think I'm gonna redo this, because all I'm trying to say, but live in the positive version of your authentic self. I think I'm gonna redo this video because it's not coming out how I want to. I'm just gonna say that it's literally not. And what I mean by that is I don't want to ramble, but I want to kind of get a point across. But I see in certain great areas and the things I'm talking about, it can be taken all the way around. You know what I mean? And I'm still filming and talking about it. So how many minutes is this? 10, 15. I'm gonna say this. When it comes to being black history in the now, be you. Be you. Be authentic. But also be mindful and also elevate yourself. Because it kind of sounds like self-care, but it's also sounding like how you present yourself on the outside when you go out. So a gym is a gym. I'm just going to say that. We're going to leave this video how it is. A gym is a gym. This tips and tricks that I use to help me, so I can only tell y'all what that's going to use to help you. I'm just going to say that. A gym is a gym. I'm not going to read all this because I can see it twisting another way, and I'm going to stop. But a gym is a gym. And remember, be intentional with whatever you do. Say, okay, I'm going to go out and do what I got to do. Do what you got to do, but be intentional with yourself. I hope you get that. Okay? Thank you for watching. Welcome. Thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Vanessa with the Weenie Umbrella brand. However, wherever, and I hope you got this video. I hope you really got what I was trying to say. Subscribe for more videos. It's going to be a little bit more better than this, because I just want you to understand that, you know what, it's not going to be, you know what, let me rephrase that. Being me, I ramble in conversation. Being authentic in what I'm trying to tell you, I hope you get the gems I'm trying to say. And if you have any suggestions in the comments, please leave it. I can truly say, being in my Black History moment in the now, I'm going to post this video. It is what it is. It is what it is. So let's get creative and have a good day. I'm going to post it. Happy Black History Month.